I skipped meditation for 2 days, yesterday and the day before. And what's great is that I didn't feel guilt or shame for not meditating, which is definitely a benefit from the meditation itself. Before I started this challenge 79 days ago, well, in fact, I had wanted to do a meditation challenge for a few years. And the reason why I didn't do it was because I was afraid I would not be able to be committed enough to follow through and meditate for 100 days. So see, that shame and that guilt prevented me from doing something beneficial for me. So that saying was like, if you're not perfect, if you don't do it every day without exception, it's not even worth doing, which is ridiculous because, as I can see now, I most definitely benefit from meditating every day. And I'm really pleasantly surprised that I did not shame myself, berate myself when I didn't meditate the day before yesterday, and even yesterday too. So I'm quite satisfied with that. And usually too, this could have been denial. You know, when an emotion is too painful, like guilt and shame, sometimes we are in denial, so we don't feel the shame and the guilt and the painful emotions. But I don't feel like I'm in pain and in shame, because when I sat today, you know, sitting in silence with your eyes closed for 1 hour is a great opportunity to see what you're in denial about. Usually it shows up, unless it's really repressed and it's really in your subconscious. So I guess the biggest insight from meditating today is that it's okay that I did not meditate for the last 2 days. Although I was missing it this morning. I went to walk here in the woods. I'm at my parents' house. And I felt, it was morning, I had just woken up, so I was not tired, but I felt tired. I felt out of breath, like I sort of am right now from, oh, this is so beautiful. Yeah, like I am a little out of breath, I guess. I didn't know keeping your hand up to hold a phone would make you out of breath. And I'm also proud. This is not the first time, but I'm at my parents' house, my mom's house. And I just decided to go upstairs and meditate, although it was like 4:30 and my grandfather was about to arrive, and I didn't tell my daughter, and I didn't worry about, oh, is it the right timing? It's not the right time to go meditate. It'll be time to have dinner together soon, and oh, this is so not the right time. And that didn't happen either. I just decided to sit, and if I was not able to complete the entire hour, it would have been fine. After 45 minutes, my daughter came in the bedroom, and she said, oh, I'll let you meditate, I'll leave. But if she had said, oh, I'm bored, I would have just stopped and spent time with her. Yeah, I would have just stopped and be with her. So I'm happy about that. It's a great realization. I almost dropped the phone in the mud. the mud. It seems like since I meditate, since I started, and adding to that the microdosing, I forgot what I wanted to say. Yes, it seems like since I started, things don't bother me as much anymore, or I can notice that I'm being bothered and just be fine with it. So I guess that's partly disidentifying with my thoughts, my opinions, my judgments about how things should be, which is great. But it's also strange because I'm so not used to feeling so detached and unbothered that I'm worried that I'm in denial, like I was for many years as well. And I'm not at the level yet either where it's just blissful and I don't care at all. I still have all those fears coming up about what if this happens, what if that happens, it will be terrible. And although in actuality it's not terrible at all, and terrible things don't seem to happen that much, and if they happen, you just deal with them in the moment. But worrying about them in advance doesn't do you any good. So I'm hoping that I'm in some in-between, and obviously I am, because fear always says that things are permanent, like this state is permanent. That's something I've struggled with forever. So as much as good things are not permanent, bad things either, and everything's a stage, a phase. So this phase that I'm in right now is a phase. A part of me is afraid that it will last for decades or forever, because in this phase that I'm in, I'm less bothered by things, but I'm not excited about anything anymore. So as much as I don't allow things to, well, it's not that I don't allow them, it's this way. I'm not bothered as much by things, so I'm not super excited as much either. Things have become more neutral, and I think that's a sign of, well, my ego becoming more thin, more subtle, disappearing gradually, which is a good thing. But at the same time, I still have enough ego that I'm not 100% spontaneous and only doing things for the fun of doing them. Although I would like to. Just got a funny text message. So as much as I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, as much as things don't bother me anymore that much, I've also lost the illusion that things can make me happy. But I also didn't yet find inner happiness for no reason at all, like this bliss that they talk about when you awaken. So I'm hoping that I won't be stuck in that phase for decades, because it's quite dull. Although I'm glad I'm not chasing things outside of myself anymore, because I understand that they won't fulfill me. Well, at least there was something to it. There was something to do. Now there's nothing to do. because I don't think anything will make me happy, and nothing, I don't feel like doing much in the moment apart from walking in the woods as I am. But since I live in a city, that doesn't happen very often. So that was it for my day 79 of meditation. And I feel more like myself again. It feels good, even though I always say that my meditations are just a moment where I'm super aware of my thoughts. Even though my mental activity takes up all my attention, other things are happening in my body. My body feels more, I don't know what word to use. My body feels more in itself. I don't know. It makes me feel better. So I suggest everyone meditates every day. Even if you don't achieve or get to extraordinary states of being, that's not necessary. I'd love it. Maybe it will happen one day, but that's not the point, and that's not necessary. All right.